Everybody, welcome back to Homestead in the Woods, episode 70 with me, Sid. So last episode we did another. Well, we did quite a few bits and pieces, but primarily we got a few mini quests out of the way, and we also did some tea, or at least some of the tea, anyway. Oh, you can actually eat those. I did not know that. And, you know, we did some stuff. It was okay. And we also decorated the living room, the dining room and the library. That was the word I was looking for. Get there eventually. And I said that this episode we were going to do a little bit of automation, which we are. I also noticed that had stopped and it knocked all the doors off. So I've had to go up, stop and restart it. And yeah, just do some basic work getting the whole thing working. So that was a thing. I just basically had to repower the thing. Tea. Well, I could have sworn I did have, it's up there. There you go. Green tea and thing. And if we actually briefly quickly go in here and have a look at the tranquility thing, we have some exploration to do at some point. Maybe this episode, we'll see. Where we need to find hibiscus, lavender, coffee and sugar. Sugar, I think we can do. That's just sugar cane, as I recall. So we're not bothered about rubios. We got those. What we need is hibiscus, which is jungle biomes. Lavender and yerba mate can be found at higher elevations. Now we've already found yerba mate, so near mountainous areas such as cherry groves or meadow biomes. Are you going to tell me anything useful about coffee? Hibiscus and coffee. There you go. So we need jungle biomes and higher altitude ones to get these, and that will take us down this quest line here, which will ultimately make me some kind of herbal stuff. However, I have a slight problem. So if we were to look there, we've got coarse dirt, and one of my pathing, my main building materials that I'm using around the place is coarse dirt. And my source of coarse dirt has been down here. I do need to still bring in my silk touch pick and get that up there. But yeah, this here. I need to put a bit more dirt down here, just to kind of tidy this up a little bit. Maybe completely replace this stone, I don't know. But as I come down, you'll see that I don't have actually a great deal of this coarse dirt left on this side of the island, because I have, or the land, because I've mined it, or dug it up. Now there is more to be had. There's more here, and there's there, and there's here. You know, there's stuff around, but I'm not entirely sure whether I want to dig it all up, because it's part of the texture of the place, and obviously if it all becomes green and lush, well, I mean, to look green and lush, which in itself is not a bad thing, but piggy, well, boar. But the thing, so my thoughts are, of course, is that coarse dirt we can make, you know, perhaps if you spell it right, with gravel and dirt. You can also apparently make coarse sand. No, we can't, we just have that. We have coarse peat dirt, that's the thing, did not know, and coarse silt dirt, but I'm not worried on coarse dirt slabs. Coarse dirt. So we need gravel. And the easiest way of making gravel is, of course, from grinding cobble in a mechanism, create millstone. And of course we can also make cobble, because we can make a cobble farm. But I don't want to do that manually either. So what I want to do is a very small automatic cobble generator, which will, do the thing. So yeah, that was doing nothing, and then all of a sudden it spat out a whole load of stuff again. So that's why it's been sat there just doing nothing while I was wondering why there was nothing going on, and then I looked up and I just realised that I wasn't seeing the movement, the animation. So we're going to need a few materials. And first off, we need to find some decent stone to make the cobble generator out of. We could make it out of those. We've got plenty of them. That might be the starting point. Boop and boop. Let's just take all of those with us. Then we're going to need lava. I've got a couple of lava buckets, so that's good. I've got a water bucket. Let's go and make a single cobble gen, because I always struggle with these. Oh, what I do want is a hopper. I need a hooper hopper. Oops. So we're going to need a chest, and we're going to need a hopper. There we go. That will give me the one hopper that I need, because we're going to need to take the stuff across eventually. And I need to build this somewhere. I'm kind of tempted to go into this side of the hill here. For these, the animation seems a little overkill. Just a smidge overkill. We will plant some more bamboos down because we're going to need them. Bamboo leaves, bamboo. Right. But what we'll do is we'll it doesn't matter, I suppose, if it gets trapped under there going up. Let's take a little bit of advantage of some of the spare space around here. That'll do for now. Though, let's think about this. I'd like to come in at about this height, maybe a little bit lower down. And what we'll do is we'll just get the basics in for starters. I'm going to put cover over it and everything. So if I were to have a single cobble gen, and it goes lava, so that's your drop. I always do this wrong, by the way. This is why I'm doing this so carefully, because I inevitably screw this up. Let me leave that in there. In fact, let me do this, and then we'll quickly pop that there. I want the hopper chain to go that direction once we're done. That one there will be a hopper, but for now it's going to be that. Water will come down here. And I think that's correct. So if I were to get my water in there and a lava bucket there, then yeah, so that works. Pick up my lava bucket. What I actually want is pick up, actually we'll just block off, I don't need to pick up the water bucket, do I? No, I do not. So what we actually wanted to happen then is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 will be enough. I don't think we need to be massively over the top about this. And then we come out like this. That will be the hopper chain. That will be the water chain. And that's nice and small and compact, and as I say, we'll put something around it just to prevent fire spread and animals wandering in and the likes. So I need 1, 2, 3. I'm going to very quickly just come down here and also pop those up. So I need 3, 4 or so hoppers. We'll grab a few. I haven't got the vast amount of iron, that's why I'm a little bit cautious. And we'll quickly sleep the night off as well, so I'll see you in the morning. Alright, getting this stuff together, I have made 4 of these drills. They're relatively cheap, so we're going to want those. That didn't actually trigger a quest, did it, which is surprising. How many do I need? So it must be a item in there that usually is. Drilly drill, drill drill. See, that's a question whether you go with an encased chain drive rather than, I mean, I don't need to. Got a Farmageddon. Not seeing anything about drills. That's surprising. That is very, very surprising. Not sure why there, but anyway. Yeah, I am surprised. We are going to need one of those. But not right now. What I do need though is a wrench. Wow, gold sheet. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Don't think. Yeah, I haven't got that set up anywhere now, have I? That's going to be okay. Not a problem. Let's try that again. At create, I need you and you. I'm going to need that as well, but I'm running out of space in my inventory right now. Let's and some of those eventually, but more perhaps. Let me nope. Let's do this the hard way for now. Not like we haven't got food. And then we can go wrench again. And there we go. That's what we needed. Right. And there's a quest. Wasn't what I was driving for, but you know. There we go. So, what we're going to have is we are going to have one, two, three. And we'll use that and that just as a point to take this across. They can go in there, and that's all good. In fact, I actually should have been sensible about this, shouldn't I? They can go there. Oh yeah, that would work. Okay, it's alright. Designing as we go. So we're going to place you, actually let's take that. And these are going to go on top. Like this. So they're going to be powered. We're going to drill the blocks. The blocks are going to go down. The lava is going to form again. More blocks will come through, and it will come through to here into some storage. What kind of storage? Doesn't matter. It will be some storage. And then what we'll do is we will have down here, maybe we just go a little bit further. This is where I was kind of going, do I want to chain drive or not? So we could do it there, I suppose. We don't need to, yeah, that might work. No, that's right. We'll just pop in under there. Again, this isn't actually that important, but you will have a drive, a water wheel, putting up some torque here. So that's the thing. So now I need a water wheel, I'm going to need some things, I'm going to need some cogs. So we've got the large water wheel. What I want is a small water wheel. There we go. I'm going to want some shafts. Grab them all. We can drop a bit of that away. We can drop those away actually, and that away, and that, and that. So we've got that, and then I need cogs. I need one of those, and I'm going to need multiples of those, but I'm probably going to need more than that. So 5. Take a lot. There you go. So that should be more than adequate. And we can pop you in here. That's correct. I'm going to get a need to block off there, and that should be giving us a reasonable amount of torque. Not a lot, but a reasonable. And then we're going to come up to here, onto there, and then we're going to use the fact that these click on like this, until they do their thing. Now we'll make it look pretty, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then oh hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hide that. World is good and happy. And we'll probably do something like this at either side. And we can see that that is producing cobblestone at a fair old rate, so that's all good. So next I need to think about storage of the cobblestone and grinding of the cobblestone. So let me just sleep the night away and think about, I've not thought this far. I know I need a millstone, but beyond that I've not really thought about routing of the cobblestone. So I'm going to have a little think and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so the cog side of things, the millstone for the time being I've decided to keep simple and just make it manual. So what we've done over here is we put in this. Now I'm going to tidy this bit up around here, but what I want to do is I want to pop this on the top of there. I probably need another hopper actually, but if I do this the way I'm thinking of doing it, and we are going to pop that on there, maybe. Naturally, at least you went in the right side. No, don't get in the lava. Let's do one more wheel this way. Then we can pop you on top, and you can go there. Oh, actually no, we don't even need to do that. I've forgotten how these things work. And I've also not realised it's almost night time. Hang on. Do 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 be do boop. Even easier then. We'll just can we get away with that? That won't work, will it? No. But that's overstressed it, which was a worry. Okay, well there's a solution. It involves a giant wheel, I think. I mean, remember we're only running this on one. Well, there's a couple of solutions. One would be a giant cogwheel, the other one would be more water sources, but I think we can do this reasonably simple with the giant gearbox. Let me start off with a bit of this, get rid of the water, and then I think we can do this anyway. Let's just get away with that. No, we're going to have to bring it back out further, aren't we? Which means that that all needs to come out one. Yeah, damn it. Like this. Like a soup, and like a soup. No, that didn't want to be there. But yeah, so I'll get this dug out, we'll make this up a bit bigger, and it doesn't matter, you'll not see that, it's miles away. And I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so now we have more torque, slightly less speed. I mean, still pretty slow anyway, it doesn't need to be particularly fast. This is just something that will sit here and grind away at this cobble until this drawer is full, and then that drawer is full. So these two are hooked in. This one here is for your hoofer, your stuffs. So what we need to do now is cover you back up again. But that really wants to be supported. I don't like these gears just kind of making no sense as they float in the air. So there's our lovely water wheel doing its thing and making cobble. And then if I were to I wanted a stack, but I don't seem to be able to get a stack out. Not entirely sure why. Doesn't matter, we'll work that one out. Now, that needs an input. No. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, well, I'm going to need some more lava. That's the thing. God damn it. I'll just screw that up big time. I think I've only got the one bucket. I mean, one bucket of lava will actually work. There we go. But I need to basically stick a hopper on there, I think, to push into that. And then I need a supply. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, let me go and find some lava. Be back in a mo. Alright, handy. A peaceful moon has risen. I've just literally got back and I was just about to sleep and it went, peaceful moon. I'm like, yay, peaceful moon. Like, we like a nice peaceful moon. Like I say, we could have got away potentially with just two. But I'm not a big fan of flowing lava. So, and what we're going to do, I think, I might use glass on that so you can see, so we've got the advantage of the lighting. But I need another hopper and a source, something to feed into that, I think. And I'll probably just use a chest actually, or something if I'm manually loading it. Actually, no, there's an idea here, isn't there? Yes, there is. Hang on. Let's go hopper for starters, and yeah, I don't think we've got any alternatives to that. We're going to have to go with a vanilla hopper, so that's fine. And cancel that, and then I want to draw, and we'll go with one of those. I need another one of those. And then we can make one of and out of that. Okay, wonderful. 1, 2, 3, there you go. Not have that problem again. Wow, it didn't stay up long, did it? Okay, that's fine. If you were planning to use that to your advantage, yeah, it would have been a bit of a surprise if you were like, oh, peaceful moon, wonderful, peaceful moon, ah, crap. But yeah, that and that. Oh, glass. Let me just get rid of you. We got you. Don't think I need you or you anymore, or you. Definitely don't need you. And you need to be put away somewhere safe where I can't flood the world. Actually, for that matter, we'll keep you in there as well. Good grief. Let's just do that. Get rid of you. I'm very tempted. Yeah, all right. So it's giving me the inspiration to actually sort out my inventory a bit first. Yeah, sorry. Oh, hello. Still want a little bit of that, so we'll keep you to one side. Get rid of you. That can go. You can go there. Like that. You can go there. And again, more of this stuff. And yeah, a tidy backpack is a sign of a tidy mind, which probably explains a lot about me sometimes. My mind is anything but tidy. Right, I was going to have a look for glass, wasn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we need. Actually, let's do... No. Yes, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will continue. Again, I'm designing this structure as we go, so it is very much a work in progress. Right, now I cannot accidentally flood that. That's an important piece of work. That can go there, and then how to get up there easily. Then that can go there. Oh, I put the cobbles away. Damn it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is just still working. Just doing its thing. But my thoughts were this. Why? Why is that working like that then? So pick you up there, come over here, take up the almost full one, pick up you, put you there. And there's gravel. Now it's going to take a while. Oops, hello. Yeah, you can't do that either. But eventually that will fill, these two will fill with cobble. We're going to have a rich source of cobble and gravel all in one place. So the only question then is what I do here to make this make a little sense as a structure. Because my thoughts are that we do that across there. And then that across there, and that balances this structure up nicely. And then we just need to build this in somehow. That feels off like that, so if we do that, we end up with a balanced structure there, and then we just need to come up with something over here. I'm going to have a little think, build something up. I'll be back in a second. All right, we've got a structure. I'm happy with it. Just going to wildificate it a bit. That is a word, because I just made it up, so it's definitely a word. And we'll just, throw a little bit of foliage around the place. I didn't bring a huge amount, but a bit of colour. A lovely blue roof. Not the most obvious way of getting up there, but obviously we can just come straight over, pick that up, go and change it for the one down below when that's full, and which has got 278 in it at the moment. That's at 73 gravel. It's it's not hugely fast. That's obviously got 320 in the hopper, so all good. But who cares? It's going to be running all the time. It's force chunk loaded, so whenever I'm playing, this is on. And yeah, that is that. Now there's one thing I did want to do, which is I just want to go and craft a couple of things. And I think it's that one and another one of that one, but that one becomes that one, so I need one of those, which means I need an ink sac. Okay, gonna have to go and murder a squid. But once I've murdered a squid, we'll have what we need. And then I think we're going to take our nature's compass and go and try and find some of these missing teas and coffee and stuff. Jungle's a little bit worrying because it is quite spawny. Well, the jungle I've found has been quite spawny anyway. Whether they're all spawny is a different matter. But, that's the thing, isn't it? It's... we have to go and find things. I also just need to go and put that away and tidy up my inventory again. Come on, down you go. I want you to go away so I can go and kill that squid that I can see on my screen. On my mini-map I see him. He's over there. Thank you. Right, squid killing 101. Find squid. There he is. Catch the squid. Grab the ink sac. Yay, got 3. There's a whole load behind me actually, so while I'm in the area, might as well grab a few more. Right, that'll do. This is just purely cosmetic, but come on, get me back out of the water, thank you. Well, it's not cosmetic, it's functional, because it will tell me how many of things are in the barrel, which I can see just by hovering over the barrel. But, you know, it's the thing. And as you add this kind of, this colour and these structures to the place, I think it will look nicer as we go. It's just going to be a constant development piece, which I think's, you know, nice. Right, so I need to make one of those, which will allow me to make one of those, and then we can pop that and that away. We can just check my backpack, it's not cluttered up with crap, which is good. Of course we're going to head out after this and find this this thingy. So what we're going to do for now is we are going to lock that and that. Can't lock the other one because it hasn't got anything in it, and then we can set that to on, and that one yeah, and we just leave that to it, and we'll put the keys in my backpack because that's another backpack item. In fact, in my backpack there should be a nature's compass, and let me go and have a look for a jungle. Just a straightforward jungle. In that direction. It's there, isn't it? I'm fairly certain that's there. Right, we'll head over there and we'll go and try and find some coffee. And some hibiscus, I think. And try not to die, that's always a bonus as well. I'll see you when we get there. Alright, there's the jungle, and you can see the problem immediately. It spawns mobsters. Lots of mobsters. So the art of getting in here is a little bit more tricksy than other biomes. Ow. However, I have a trick up my sleeve. Come on. Didn't get it. Was worth a try. Which is basically deforestation. If I can't safely get into a space because it's too dark, because the foliage is preventing me getting in, and there's a very simple answer. Well, I mean, there are several simple answers. One would be a flint and steel, but we just nibble our way at the edges. And I'm not going to let the wood go to waste. I will pick it up, you know, until we find what it is we're looking for, which is apparently in this biome somewhere. I'm going to take that one as well, just because it looks very dark over here. Excessive? Perhaps. Will it work? Almost certainly. I'll show them to make this jungle dangerous. You know, we're doing pretty good. I've got a really good axe, so it's really just a matter of time. And any monsters that do get in my way, well, you know, we'll kill them. However, I'm not going to be doing this all on camera, so I will see you in a short while. Well, this isn't working, even with unbreaking and mending. Well, not mending, unbreaking 3. My axe is taking far too much damage. I have got a lot of wood. I've also got some red jungle grapes. What I haven't got is any coffee. I did also get some cinnamon, which apparently we can use for... Oh, I can make a cinnamon sapling. Okay, that's interesting. So we're going to try a slight variation, which is float around the edges of the jungle and see if we can't spot anything that looks suspiciously like something we've not seen before, because I actually don't know what coffee... I know I've got an idea what hibiscus looks like, because you've given me kind of some indication of what that might look like. But coffee, you've given me beans. Now I would assume that coffee was actually a tree, and with like a nut-like thing, very similar to cocoa beans. But that's only an assumption. I'm really not seeing any hibiscus at all, or anything that might even be hibiscus. And this unfortunately isn't a massive jungle, that's a dark oak forest, so I'm not entirely sure what to try. There's some more jungle there, but I'm not entirely sure what to try. It is not the friendliest of terrains, I will say that much for it. Do need to sleep that off before it's too late. There we go. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to progress this. Strawberries, you can see how dark it is, it's awful. And because it's so dark, it's not just the mobs that... Ow. I knew I'd not made that the moment I did it. Hibiscus. Ow. Right, that gave us hibiscus. I still need coffee. Melon. Can't even hold my axe in my offhand to give it a bit of a tidy up. It's the creepers that I worry about the most. But really I'm not seeing anything that looks We'll have another hibiscus, I don't mind if I do. But you see, this isn't jungle. So the jungle is so pitifully small. And my gut feeling is that these things probably own... There's some more hibiscus there, look. There's a couple of zombits. And a skeleton, of course there is. And I think there's a creeper down there somewhere as well. That's more hibiscus. Taking a lot of risks for something I've already got. Because them creepers will probably, even with this armour, will probably, there's a good chance they'll one-shot me. Parrot, you're not what I actually need. But yeah, I'm kind of stumped on the coffee. I would have expected it to be a bean growing off the top of a tree or something. Okay. Well, I'm conscious of time because we was at about 40 minutes. We're probably coming close to time, and I'm not going to get this done this episode. I'm going to go and have a look at the other jungle while I'm kind of feeling it. But I'm not going to do that on camera. If I do find it, I'll just kind of, just save the game there, and we'll come back to it next episode. And then we need to find these other bits from the cherry biome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.